me explaining it to him, I'm jumping around with it.
Yeah.
Because I was telling him how Moses split the Red Sea and the whole Hebrew Israelite is like once they cross over into
Let me show you who they are. Let me show you who they are real quick.
Israel.
You got 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
Get Amos 3 real quick. Amos 3. Let me
I
show you
don't
who
need that. I don't need that.
Oh,
I'm far beyond that. I'm far beyond that.
That's what it's all about, right? To be an Israelite means that
The
you are the people of the book. No, that means that's Hebrew. You're mixing up Hebrew. That means to cross over.
Right.
So we're talking about the chosen seed of God. Read that real quick.
Amos chapter 3 and verse 1.
Watch this.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Watch this.
Against the whole family.
The whole what?
Against the whole family which are brought up from the land of Egypt.
Right. So it's about a family being brought up out of Egypt.
What family was that?
Read it.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Oh, who?
O children of Israel.
O children of Israel. That's the family that was brought up out of the land of Egypt. That's the family. Moses was of the children of Israel. That's why he went to Pharaoh and said, what? Let my people go. Are you familiar with that history? Okay. So what were they doing in Egypt?
It was servitude.
That's right. That's right.
I got a different spin on that.
But we're gonna get the spin. We're gonna get the spin. We're gonna get the spin from the source. Because what happens is when we spin it ourselves, we make stuff up. So we got to come with the source. Right. We got to go to
the proper teachers.
Right.
The whole thing is,
where are those teachers found? What are they teaching out of? Right. Because YouTube ain't a teacher.
We ain't talking
right.
about
So we getting it from the source. That's right. This is the source.
The Bible is the source.
The source. Where else are you going to read about the children of Israel?
68.
Now this is a future prophecy that Moses gave to those children of Israel when they came up out of Egypt. Watch this.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So he's saying, I'm going to bring you back into that servitude, right? Again, watch this.
With ships.
How?
With ships.
What group or family of people have gone into servitude by way of ship? It ain't hard.
All the way around.
It ain't hard.
He lost me all the way around.
Read it one more
I got
time.
a whole different spin.
But do you understand world history?
I get what you're saying.
Straightforward. Who is that?
Us.
Thank you. It ain't that hard, right? This is world history. So that means that Moses was talking to who? Who was Moses talking to?
In the Bible?
Yes.
King Ramses the third. That was the only king in power.
Let's read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse
We're
1.
going to find out who Moses was speaking to when he said, the Lord is going to send you into Egypt or servitude again with ships. Who are his people? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1.
Come on.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
But you said that happened to us. Who was the us?
You said that we're all who they refer to.
We are the people he's referring to.
That's right.
We are the children of Israel. We're not Hebrew Israelites. That is something that society has put a spin on us as a negative thing. As a negative thing, right? We are the Israelites.
That's right.
You don't find Hebrew Israelites in the Bible at all. That's something that popular culture and that's something that the media has put a spin on to make us be in a negative light. All we're trying to do is educate our people on who we are and the things that we need to do to change that condition, right? How do we change the minds of our people? We have to go back to what? Our source, right? Our source, right? Give me Deuteronomy 10 and 13 real quick.
I'm kind of in agreement with you, but
Okay.
I'm kind of in disagreeing with you because
What you disagree about?
that is not typically our source. That book right there is typically not our source.
Why?
Look who wrote the book.
I knew you was gonna say that. Give me Psalm 6, 8, 11.
I got you.
Read that. Because a lot of people say that. Again, like
And
I said.
I just ran up on him, and the guy that wrote that book shares the same birthday with me.
Who wrote it? Who wrote it? Who wrote the Bible? Who prophesied 3,000 years before it happened that black people, so-called black people? You're not talking about King James. Oh. King James did not author the Bible. He authorized it.
The writing of that
He
Bible.
authorized
under his
it.
under his word, under his Bible.
No. Watch this. Read.
Psalm chapter 68 and verse 11.
The history that we're reading came thousands of years before King
You said
James.
translate from Hebrew to.
Exactly.
He
He authorized.
translated.
No, he didn't. He's the king. Kings don't do the labor.
No.
He
just-
authorized.
I said
He authorized the translation.
There
of
you
it.
go. That's
Yeah.
all he did. So he didn't write the Bible. he authorized the translation from the Hebrew and the Greek, right? And he changed it into English so that we can now read it today, right? Because he was the king of England and Scotland. They spoke English. Watch this, read.
Psalm 68 and 11.
We're going to find out who wrote the Bible. Read that.
The Lord gave the word.
Who gave the word?
The Lord gave the
The
word.
Lord gave the word. That's why there's prophecies in this book, in this Bible. You won't find prophecies in any other book. Not in the Quran, not in the Egyptian Book of the Dead, not in the Gilgamesh epics. You won't find any prophecies in those books. Read.
The Lord gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it.
You heard what it said? Great was the company of those that published it. So there was a group of men that the Lord gave the word to, and they published it. That's who wrote the Bible. Isaiah, Nehemiah, Ezra, Jeremiah, King David, King Solomon. They published it, but the Lord gave them the word. How else would we be able to read and during the time of Moses that our people would go into slavery by way of slave ship? How else would you be able
So
to
you
read that?
saying Jeremiah, Solomon, and all of them was for Moses?
No, I'm saying that they published the Bible. Moses
But
wrote.
Moses got the first testament of the Bible.
Moses got the first
He
five
was,
books.
Yeah, he
Yes.
was the first one that spoke
Yes.
to the Lord
Okay.
when he escaped from servitude from King Ramses III when
Okay.
he ran and when they came up with the theory, and they say he's not one of us. So they sanctioned him to come before the king, which was King Ramses.
Okay.
And King Ramses asked him, "Who are you? Actually, are you one of us or not?" Basically, he was like he couldn't answer. So they was like, "We're gonna
No,
deal with
he
you
knew
later."
he knew who he was.
Yeah, but he didn't want to answer for the king because the
that's not-
king he knew
what
the
your-
king
what
King
your-
Ramses was finna kill him.
what your-
That's why he got up out of there.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's
I
why
agree
he
with you.
ran.
I agree with you.
So
I
when he
agree with you.
ran to the people, he was so down, beat out.
But then when he was in the wilderness, that's when the Lord spoke to him
He
in
really
the
wasn't-
burning bush. That's when he
Right,
was
but
told
he
to
really
speak for the
wasn't.
people.
He really wasn't in the wilderness. We
That's
translate.
a futile point. Do you
Yeah.
understand? But you understand who we are.
I know who we are.
Who are we?
We are the goddess of the world, gods and goddess of the world.
Okay, what family do you descend from out of the 18 nations? What family do you descend from? God created 18 nations. What family? Are
That's
you
more.
Chinese?
That's
Are
more.
you black? Are you African American?
They was
Are you
created-
an Israelite? Or who are you?
They was all nationality you really want to speak of was created through us.
What's that? Read that again, Amos 3. Let's go back to Amos 3.
Man,
this.
look,
Watch
I
this.
gave you a 2 minutes, bro. I gotta go.
Watch
I
this.
appreciate you. If I catch you out here tomorrow, I definitely be out here.
No,
tomorrow.
what I want you to do is hold on to that flyer.
I got you. I ain't letting it
And I
go.
want you to actually read it, and I want you to actually look at the website, and I want to actually learn some research, because with the things that you're saying, we've heard before, and it's all conjecture. It's all made up stories. And
That's
it's not
what we
it's
hear
not-
right now
it's
is
not-
conjecture,
No,
made
look,
up stories.
I'm reading it
From the Bible.
Yes.
The King James version.
Yes, who authorized the translation.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.